What is going on, everybody? Darrell, the Whiskey Saint. We are back with another Whiskey Wednesday review, guys, and we're gonna be we're gonna be diving off the path of what we normally do. For our channel, typically it's been a lot of whiskey reviews, right? We're gonna switch it up. If you know me, outside of whiskey, it's probably rum being my second favorite spirit. So we're gonna dive into some rum, guys. What we're gonna be talking about is a bottle coming from Old Line called Case One. It's a double barrel cash strength or barrel proof rum. Not even too sure, honestly. But it comes in at 130, God, 2.4 proof. And it has some decent age, guys. We're going to talk about this in a minute. If you're new to our channel, hit that like and subscribe. We're going to kick the show off. Cheers. We are back, guys, and a little bit about this bottle. So, yeah, coming from Old Line, it's a double oaked rum, cash strength or barrel proof. It doesn't really state, but 132.4 proof. The original rum was aged a blend of 7 to 11-year-old rum, finished in that bourbon cask, then taken out of that bourbon cask and finished for another 3 years, 5 months in a single malt barrel, char number 4. So this has gotten some talk from the few people that were at Old Line last month. J.A. Sales, 21090, all those guys, they had a little meetup. And this was like the talk of the town. And if you know me, like I said, I love me some rum. So had to get a bottle. I think it was only $40 too. Like, if it's as good as what they're saying, that's a steal for the age that you get in the double cask. You can't really beat that. $40 cash strength. God, upwards to 14-year-olds, so 10 to 14-year-old stuff. We're going to dive in and give it a try, guys. Literally fresh take. We're going to crack this open with you guys and give it a taste. If I can actually open it. There we go. It's actually a synthetic cork, but almost looks like it's natural as well. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but yeah. Never seen one like that. A little taste. Decent color, too. You would think so, right, with the age. God, what I say, 10 to 14-year-old. First barrel was a number 3 char, second barrel being a number 4 char. But you guys know me, right? With rum, 4 squares like my jam. That's Barbados rum. This is actually coming from the, I want to say it was Dominican Republic, from what I heard. 100% Dominican sugar / molasses. Yeah, so I would imagine it is Dominican style rum. So we're going to give this a go. Not going to let it sit too much. I don't want to bore you as it airs out, but let's give it a little spin, get some air in there, and we're just going to dive in, guys. Cheers. Dan and Sean, Bourbon Junkies. Let's go in on the nose. Whoa, okay. Definitely get some proof, but there's so much sweetness behind that oak. That's actually pretty crazy. Just initial nose on this, I kind of like this over some of the 4 squares that I've nosed. It just seems to have a little bit more depth than a good amount of them, to be honest. Holy crap. And this is just the first nose. Oddly enough, being that it was finished in a single malt barrel, I'm not really getting much of that single malt presence on the nose. It's all like spice, oak, vanilla. As you get that sugar, you get some sweetness. Oh my god, the nose on this is beautiful. Get some marshmallow in there. sort of like toasted marshmallow, nice oak, tons and tons of sweetness, spices there. Like you can't really bury your nose in there. It does get a little ethanol forward, but there's so much depth to this. Holy crap. All right, that has me intrigued, guys. We're going in for a taste. Cheers. Oh my God. What the heck? $40? What? Oh, that's pretty crazy, guys. So, holy crap. Right up front is a huge punch of flavor. Front, mid, finish is lovely. You would expect it, right? 130 proof. That finish is nice. It is dwindling down just a tad bit right now, so which is kind of not throwing me off, but a little surprising with the amount of flavor that I got up front and on the mid. I would have thought the the rum would have sat there a little bit longer. But holy cow, that was just first sip, guys. Usually the second is even crazier, but there was so much flavor up front. All that sweetness. I do get a slight bitter note, and it comes across like well above the 7-year age marker for me. Like I'm getting a lot of that barrel influence right on the back of my tongue, which I usually contribute to some higher age whiskey in a sense. But we're talking about rum this time, so some high age rum. But yeah, you get a little bit of bitterness, which may rub some people slightly the wrong way. But I like that heavy oak influence. I don't mind some bitterness. Give me all the age, give me the oak. Like that's my jam in a sense. But this opens up nicely to some lovely sweetness, like right after or before. You get that oaky tannin note. Oh, the nose on this is crazy. So much vanilla, marshmallow, toast. Not toast, but like toasted barrel char. Wow. A little bit of citrus in there too. Almost like orange peel, orange zest. Wow. I gotta go in for another sip, guys. Holy crap. I'm trying to think what I have in this whole room that's $40 that gives me the experience I get off this rum. So much flavor up front. As much flavor that you get, I'll say the length of the finish isn't as long as I would think it should be. The flavors sit there, but yeah, just the length of it just dies off. If I had a con, that would be the only thing. But there's so much flavor on the back of the palate, which gives you that perception that the finish is slightly longer, but you don't get that proof punch lingering. You just get the flavor that lingers. Some high proof whiskey that I drank, you get a mixture of both, right? So you get all that flavor and that punch still on like the mid and back of your tongue. Right now, I'm just still getting the flavor with the lack of the punch, which is fine. This bottle's $39.99. Like that is insane. This would be fun to put like. I think I would be able to distinguish this from like a Foursquare. But for those who like Foursquare rum, I gotta send Jeff and Kelsey this because I know they love Foursquare as well. Like this is a completely different profile, but in terms of value, like what rum is better than that? It's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. John, thank you for the bottle. Very interesting. Um yeah, I don't know if I literally have a bottle that's like I said sub 40 or even at that marker that is really competing with the experience you get on this. Guys, if you ever had online, case one, $40, must pick up in my opinion. I'm gonna end it right there. Cheers, out.
Jeff Just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with